Ever find yourself in a lull for a design idea where you sit at your PC and you look at the screen and you just draw a blank? Hi, my name is Brian, and today's episode I'm going to be answering a question posed by one of my followers which read, "Can you make a video that shows how you find ideas for designing?" It's a great question, I'm glad it was asked, and today's episode I'm going to show you some tools that you can use to help inspire and motivate you to get the creative juices flowing so that you can start creating and designing accordingly. Sit tight and let's get to it. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brian and I create video content to help people like you who are interested in all things pertaining to print-on-demand business. I like to try and create content to provide tips, advice, and motivation to help you succeed in your print-on-demand business. So if you're new to this channel, before we move on, click that subscribe button, and hey, don't forget to hit the bell notification icon so that you'll be informed each and every time that I upload a video. I publish a video every Wednesday and Saturday bent on helping you reach greater heights and more success with your print-on-demand business. So with that said, let's jump onto my computer and start today's episode. Okay, so when you're actually going to start creating a design and you want to find some kind of inspiration, some motivation to help get those creative juices going, there are a number of websites that you can use in order to help you with this. And the first is the one that you're seeing on the screen, Google. This is probably everyone's best friend in terms of trying to find answers to basically any question that's out there on the internet. If you want to ask it, Google will try and find it. And basically, if you had to just type in, and I've typed in a phrase already, how to find design inspiration for t-shirts, and you had to click on OK, well, you're already going to be given a number of results that Google is presenting to you with respect to articles that can actually help you to find places where you can go to find design inspiration. Okay, and basically the first one over here, as you can see here, is basically finding cool t-shirt design inspirations through Amazon merch, using Pinterest and Facebook, okay, using Etsy, and obviously via print-on-demand platforms. And there are obviously other tools that you can use, and I'm going to show you another one that I use to obviously help you to actually get those creative juices flowing so that you can actually start creating more designs in order to help increase your portfolio for the forthcoming fourth quarter. Okay, so one of the things that I like to use is this website called Bubble Trends, and basically it shows the trending keywords that are occurring on Redbubble, and basically what it does is it gives you the first 3 trending keywords or long-term keyword phrases for each letter in the alphabet. As you can see here, you've got American flag, all I need to know about life I learned from my cat, August birthday quotes, and then you've got B, C, D, E, etc, etc. And it also brings you back the number of results currently on Redbubble for this particular keyword. Now what you can do is you can try to go through obviously these keywords and actually check to see which keywords have low results. I mean, in terms of the American flag, to use it generically, with a result of 269,000 plus results, the likelihood of you coming up and actually ranking for that keyword on its own is probably going to be very, very difficult. But what you could do is you could try to cross niche that with American flag, say American flag cats or American flag dogs, just to give you an idea, and see what comes up on Redbubble, and then try to see if there are any sub niches that don't have a high competition so that you can actually try to design for those. And we'll take a look at that a little bit later on. Okay, so you can use Bubble Trends, and you can even actually change the dates to try to see what was trending and what wasn't. But for the most part, I just basically bring it up and I try to see what's currently trending on Redbubble at the moment through this website, just to get the creative juices flowing. Now, what you can also do is you can actually use Redbubble itself to actually help give you inspiration. Now, very similarly to what happened with Bubble Trends, okay, if we go back to Bubble Trends, you're going to have just basically trends, or rather results based on the first letter of the alphabet. You can then actually dig deeper if you wanted to by actually typing in AA, for example, and seeing what comes up. Now, for those of you who are new to the Redbubble scene, basically what you want to look for are these keywords that have these little squiggly lines over here, sort of like these upward arrows. Those are basically showing you what is currently trending on Redbubble, and then if something actually catches your fancy and you want to click on it, you can click on it and see what kind of results that particular keyword or keyword phrase is going to bring up for you. Now, I want to caution everybody over here, with respect to Redbubble and some other print-on-demand platforms, you will also find keywords and designs for trademarked items. You must be very, very careful. I would highly recommend that you stay away from designing or copying trademark things, because you're only increasing the chances of getting your account suspended and closed down. And all of the hard work that you would have put in for all of your other designs will just go off into the wind and you won't be able to get it back. So don't try to jump on the let's use trademark items bandwagon, because eventually it's going to come back and bite you in the proverbial derriere. And you don't want to do that. Instead, search for keywords that are generic, long tail keywords or otherwise, that you will know that there will be no trademark issues with them. And again, as I want to remind you, if you're uncertain, go to trademarkia.com, which is a website that you can key in your keyword that you want to use and see if that keyword has been trademarked. If it comes back with a negative result, then hey, you can go ahead and design for it. So again, you can go through this and you can type any combination of letters. For example, I don't know, DE, and see what comes up. Here you have Dear Math, grow up and solve your own problem. D's not sold here. Dear Math, grow up. Okay, so let's say, for example, this third one over here caught my attention. Well, what you can do is you can click on it and see what Redbubble comes back. Now, in terms of the Dear Math, grow up, this basically has brought a result of 1,212 results. And as you can see here, we've got dad hats, which are coming up. Many of you know that caps and dad hats are a new product item which Redbubble has introduced. So there will be sellers who are trying to use these hats as sort of like their default thumbnails, and that's absolutely okay. But what you can do is you can go through the various designs and see if there's anything which provides inspiration to you. Anything that sort of like rings a bell inside your mind and saying, hey, this is interesting to me. I can actually improve upon some of these designs. And the truth, if you look at some of them, I mean, you've got this one over here, which, without trying to put a bad word on the seller, it's just a big white blob area with a bit of mathematical things. Clearly, this design was made for another product, and probably the person just forgot to turn off stickers or what have you. But whatever the case is, you can go through and you can look through these designs and just get inspiration. And don't copy what you see verbatim, pixel by pixel. Instead, just get the inspiration from it and then see how you can actually make your own take on the design so that you can provide something new to the customers of Redbubble to consider making the purchase. Remember, you want to try and stay unique. You want to try and provide something that is different so that obviously people will want to buy from you. If you're just going to see something on Redbubble or any other platform and just really copy it pixel for pixel, you're not going to get anywhere fast. And in truth, you probably might get flagged for copyright infringement, because when a person creates a design and they're the first person to upload it, they effectively own the copyright. If somebody sees that you've made a design which is effectively an exact duplicate of theirs, they can complain to Redbubble or to any of the other print-on-demand websites that you might be using, that they're using too, and you can actually get your design knocked down. And worse yet, you might even get your account closed or suspended. So stay away from doing that, okay? So you can go through Redbubble and you can just go through 100 different type of results. Whatever tickles your fancy, whatever comes to mind. I don't know, BU. If you get BU, you've got butterflies, K-drama, bucket, butterfly flower. Let's check butterfly flower and see what comes. Alright, now there's two different things. You can have butterfly flower or butterfly flower pattern. Let's choose butterfly flower, just to get an idea. And again, these are all trending things on Redbubble, so the chances of actually making some kind of sale is a lot higher because it actually is trending. Now you can see here, butterfly flower brought back a result of 82,619 results. That's huge, okay? But hold on tight, don't go to red alert. You don't necessarily need to just forget about that. What you might want to consider doing is going through some of the designs and seeing if you can actually add another niche with this keyword, so that you're making it to a long tail keyword phrase that might actually bring these results down. So let's say, for example, if we type in butterfly flower mom, and we hit enter, well, from 82,000, we brought down the results to 1,923. And that's a little bit more palatable. Personally, I always try to shoot for designs that are 1,000 results or less. But you might want to say, let me give it a shot and design something for it and see how it goes. And, you know, all the more power to you. So that's using Redbubble too as well. Now, at the time of publishing this video, we're about midway through August and we're getting closer and closer to the fourth quarter. And as many of you know, popular holidays like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas reign really high and prevalent during this time period because people like to shop for these particular holidays. So what you might want to consider doing is start by keying in one of these particular holidays. Let's say Halloween. Okay, and see what kind of designs Redbubble brings up for Halloween. Okay, so now if we're looking here, we've got 934,000 results. We're not going to design just for the keyword Halloween. You'll never be found. And if you are found, you'll be extremely lucky. But we can use this as a starting point. Now, you've got one of two things that you can do. You can either click back over here and check the trending designs. We've got Halloween Trick or Treat, Halloween Spirit, Halloween Witches, which are 3 potential keyword phrases that you can design for. So let's take a look at Halloween Witches. So with Halloween with over 900,000 results, if we look at Halloween Witches here, we've brought it down to 49,359 results, which is a far cry better. Not great, but a lot better than 900,000 plus results. And so if you want to niche it down even more, you could say Halloween Witches Cats, for example. Let's see what comes up from that. And we've got Halloween Witches Cats brought down to 16,187 results. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying a combination of different keywords to try and find results that are showing some activity but are not going to give us results that are so huge that the possibility of being found is obviously next to nothing. And as you are niching down, you could continuously looking through and just seeing what kind of designs are being uploaded for those particular keyword phrases. And if there's something which obviously motivates you, you could take a screenshot of it and then you can use it in your own design making process. Again, we're not talking about copying pixel for pixel, but we're just using things to help motivate us to get those creative juices flowing. Now, Redbubble is one way that you can go about getting inspiration. Another way is by actually keying in a keyword in Google. And as you can see here, I went ahead and I typed in Halloween t-shirts 2021. So I wanted to see what people are already starting to upload. Just again, to get an idea. So as you can see, we've got some sunset designs with spooky Halloween sort of silhouettes in them. Okay, we've got text designs, some of them which were used in 2020, which are still popular today, like for example here for the booze. Okay, so try to come up with different puns or play on words or phrases that give a Halloween sort of feel to it. Okay, and again, you can just scroll through the images that Google provides, and if for example you're uncertain how to get to the images section on Google, you can see you've got different selections over here, and by default you go on to all, and all I did was I clicked on images, and again Google gives you different types of categories for Halloween that you can click on and go through to get motivation. Again, without sounding like a broken record, stay away from trademark designs. Don't use them. You're going to get into trouble by that and your shop will be closed down. So you don't want to do that. Okay, so for example, this one over here, which is a play on the Starbucks logo, I would definitely stay away from it. It's cute, it's ingenious, but again, I would not play on logos of companies because if they catch you, as you know, I myself got slapped with a trademark infringement for something that obviously I did not do on purpose, but obviously they thought that I did, and obviously my design was taken down. I'll put a link to the episode about that where I talk about that. You'll see a screenshot of the episode on the screen now, and so that you'll know which episode I'm talking about. Thankfully, my shop wasn't taken down. I did receive a warning. Again, it wasn't done on purpose, but it was based on a keyword that I used, and obviously explain more in the episode. So take a look at that episode to make sure that you don't find yourself in a similar position in the future, particularly if you are still new to the Redbubble print-on-demand game. So again, you can go through them, all right, and just get inspiration from them and see what you can do to put your own take, your own spin on the design. And the last website that I use is Amazon.com. And again, all I did was I keyed in Halloween 2021 shirt. And again, you can go through them just to see what happens to be trending on Amazon to give you design inspiration. Now, there are some who have the BSRs in them, and there are some YouTubers who focus on this, and that's really great. You're welcome to take a look at those. What the scope of today's episode is just basically to show you ways and tools that you can go about in order to find design inspiration, to find motivation. And the internet is filled with tools that you can use. But don't get caught up too much in that, because then in looking at website after website after website after website, you'll end up getting a headache and you'll be bombarded with so many designs that it'll actually work counterproductive to you. Okay, what I do is I have 3 go-to websites, which I showed you: Redbubble itself with Bubble Trends in conjunction with it, Google itself for Google Images, and Amazon. And those are the only 3 that I look at, so that I don't feel bombarded myself. All I want to do is I just want to find something that's going to inspire me. Okay, I'm going to put my own take on it, my own spin on it, and upload it with the appropriate keywords, keyword-rich tags and titles. And I upload it and I move on to the next one, so that hopefully in doing so, I'm increasing my portfolio, I'm giving more value and productivity to my customers who visit my shop, and hopefully in turn, they'll see the work that I've done, they'll see the effort that I've put into it, and reward me by obviously making a purchase. So there you have it, everybody. 3 websites that you can use to help with respect to finding inspiration and motivation for you to create with your designs. You know, we all go through it. There are times we wake up in the morning and we just face creative block, and that's okay. You can either take some time and just step back and relax a little bit, do something a little bit different, maybe go out, go for a walk, and then come back just to reset your perception. And then you can sit down on the computer and just basically search. Again, don't focus and don't bog yourself down too much with a lot of time going through designs. What I usually do is I find 2 or 3 designs which really inspire me. I take screenshots of them, and then I get off those websites. So I don't spend a lot of time just bogging myself down seeing design after design after design, because again, you'll find yourself like a hamster on a treadmill. You'll be running and getting nowhere fast. So just find your first 3, screenshot them, close those other websites, open up whatever design tool that you use to create your designs. Have a look at them, study what the design is all about, the colors that were used, the style of font that was used, the structure of the design itself, and then take the inspiration from the design and just get creating. You'll find that when you do that, your creative juices will start flowing and the design will come out of you a lot more than if you just sit there staring at website after website after website. Hey, I hope this episode provided some value for you. If you're new to this channel, if you're new to the print-on-demand game, I want to welcome you. There's a lot of potential for growth. It does take time, but be persistent, be patient, keep learning, keep researching, and keep designing. But for today, that's all I've got. And as always, be well, be safe, be creative. Bye for now.